last straw. My question, why do people do this? Why? Signed by yours truly, motherfucking young Tiga of the Superior Server Excalibur.
Did you really ask why people like porn? Is that what your question is?
No, he's asking why people like...
Why people like to draw porn?
Why do people want porn of their own characters and then post it?
No, why do people want porn of Rogadins holding their junk?
Yeah, of Rogadan males especially. That's weird.
Well, he said that was the last straw, which means all porn. This.
No,
I mean,
this means Rogadin holding their junk porn. That's
yeah. Somehow it was the Rogadan that pushed it to too far. No, I look. This. I mean, it does kind of come back to a lot of the criticisms that we had of our FFXIV. That there's a lot of fluff content. There is a overabundance of fluff content, and I totally agree with this. That it gets really irritating to have to sift through a lot of those. Hey, I just got a commission done of my character. Man, here it is.
Which is really dumb, but if it's of my character and it looks really good, then I would totally post it.
But
you really are the problem with everything, aren't you?
Regular fan art versus hentai.
No. I think the problem is, and the thing that, at least the thing that bugs me about it, is that shit gets upvoted. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Again, you're asking why people
like porn. It should be downvoted into oblivion.
Downbloated even.
Yeah.
Into downing.
Again, you're asking why do people like porn and upvote porn? Because it's porn. It's naked things. People like sex. That blows your mind. How?
It just seems like, dude, there are other other subreddits that are moderated way better than that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it being there, but I agree that in the main FF14 it shouldn't be like top voted thing.
I don't think that's the complaint. I don't think the complaint is the complaint is like, oh, this is inappropriate and it's offending my tastes and sensibilities. It's like, why do I have to scroll through 10 of these shits to find one worthwhile thread about fucking feast feeding? You know what I mean?
Is there not a search feature in the subreddit where you can search
there
feast
absolutely
feeding?
is. There absolutely is.
Yeah, so then what's the problem?
Yeah, there is a way to filter out the fluff content, and I'm sure there's like a not safe for work tag that you click on and stuff too. So like at this point, Tiga is just like not using the filters that are in place. So this is on you, bro. Sorry.
8 months ago, that email was super relevant.
Yeah. Well, apparently it wasn't even relevant then because apparently they did have the filters.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
That's what they say. I don't know because I didn't see the filters personally myself, but that's what they say.
Why are you making that face? That's a weird face to make. I really wish we had cameras on right now because that was just a very strange face.
Oh, I'm a strange guy.
Yeah, you are.
We know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Just sometimes you get a picture done and the artist just really captures the details of your labia really well and you got to post it.
And if it's really fabulous junk, you know what?
Yeah, there you go.
Share the junk with the world. It's
all
fine.
Right. Got another email here. Hey, LBR, Steel Sacred of Ultros here to give my 2 cents about the new Anima step. I think it's a great step on par with the Zeta step back in 2.x. A lot of my FC was thinking it was going to be a crazy step since the base one is pretty rough, what with the 18 crystals and 98 items to get a 210. A max of 5 weeks if you only do the tower climb quest and literally nothing else is a nice change. And if people complain about monomelds...
At my not being able to meld them.
Oh, okay, yeah. Monomelds! Or them not being best in slot. They have both secondaries maxed out and stats are changeable in 3.3. Plus the glows are pretty cool, or at least the one for Ukon Vasara is.
All right.
So there's no melds on the relic?
There's not. No.
There's not?
No.
Nope.
Huh, I feel like that's kind of an oversight.
Because the stats are generally...
The secondary stats on there are... what would be on there if you had tier 5 materia melded on?
Okay.
For both of the secondary stats. So it is on par with a weapon that has 2 materia.
Well, yeah, I know. I realize that the stats are already like maxed out, but I still feel like with the whole materia change that it's like, why would they make the relic exempt from that?
Weird that they chose to forego putting materia on there when they're doing so much work with materia.
Exactly.
Because think that the next step of the relic is going to be like the one where we were fusing materia before.
Do you think they're going to use materia again?
Of course, I do.
Do you think I should start stockpiling materia?
I absolutely do.
Piss.
I know. That thing that's been an easy moneymaker, everyone's going to regret selling all of that shit.
I wonder if we're going to meld like level 5 materia onto our relics.
I would expect so.
I mean, we've been putting, because we get a free level 5 every week with Void Arc, and I've just been putting it into gear.
How else are you going to incentivize people going back into Diadem?
Good point.
Yeah.
Well, how else I can do it? By actually making Diadem have shit that's relevant.
I agree.
Actual fun things to do there.
I agree.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Do people actually do Diadem for the materia?
No,
Yeah.
but if you need massive amounts of materia and you need a specific way to output it,
can you convert materia into the tier 5s? Because I remember way back.
I think you can transmute or whatever with that gobby.
That doesn't count. That's garbage.
No, it actually works.
No, I mean I'm saying that's not a worthwhile output in terms of money. I'm saying are we gonna see a return of White Mage melding parties back in Earth's Gift?
Yeah.
Where you just spammed fucking holy on those elementals?
I don't think you will. I think
they changed how the rate of spirit bonding.
Yeah, I see. And the other thing with spirit binding is it's a crapshoot whether or not you're going to get the tier that you want, whether you're going to get. You could end up getting an Earth materia. You know what I mean? Right. Going to Diadem, you know exactly what you're getting out of it because you're trading your spoils for whatever you want.
Right, but is that how good is the output? I guess I'm asking.
Well,
they
it depends.
lowered it for Diadem. It used to be because every item you turn in is a spoil or 2 spoils or something, and it used to be you needed 40-something spoils per materia, but they lowered it to 20-something.
It's 20-something now, and if they increase the output of spoils from Diadem, that's another way to try to incentivize people getting back in there.
Yeah.
Dude, I had nearly 4 stacks of spoils that I hadn't done anything with from doing casual Diadem.
Good lord, that's so much fucking casual.
Why would you even
Diadem?
do Diadem casually?
Dude,
I had tons of spoils.
I had a lot of good 210 gear.
I'm sitting at 90. I'm still missing that 9 to get that whatever amount it is, the Wyvern, I think.
Really?
Or the Unicorn?
Dude, I traded a ton of my spoils in and cashed out on a lot of it.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially those crit materials, they were selling for a lot.
For a while, you were doing
Not
a lot
anymore.
of Twitch streams with doing Diadem parties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skuro would set them up. I know, that seems like...
Squirrel's a really good bitch for
crazy
setting up shit.
Yeah, that's true. He is. All right.
We got one more caller.
All right. Let's go to the phone lines.
Satori Komeji.
What's up, Satori?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. Thanks for calling Limit Break Radio. How you doing?
Good. I just want to let you guys know the stream cut out, and when it came back in, you guys were talking about Roguedens holding their own dicks.
Yep, that's correct.
Just want to let
That
you know.
was an email we got.
We're aware.
You have to tune into the podcast to know the context.
And I mean, is that surprising?
Do we not
somehow?
talk about Rogan and Dick almost every episode?
Yeah,
I feel like we do.
I don't feel like that was a weird. None of our audience should be weirded out by coming back in at Rogan and Dick.
Eat a dick.
Sounds
Rogan
fun, of course.
Dick.
Anyways,
That's fine. No judgment there. All right.
I was gonna say to get some actual content. I want to say 100% to what Arthur said about the Anima Quest. That it's being designed perfectly.
Really?
Because you have. So right now I've been playing Dragoon. I made a switch from S Logan to Dragoon, and when the Anima weapon came out, it was on level 210. I had just beaten fucking Thornton after 4 months of fighting with that in Pugs, and I had him level 205. And he just had him level 210. I cleared Savage 1 and 2, and I'm not getting to Savage 3. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of DPS. It's a lot of shit going on in there.
Right.
So I said, fuck it. And then, like I said last week when I called you guys, when patch 3.2 came out and you guys got the big dick kick with free 210 weapons for everyone, I'm like, nope, not doing this. A lot of free time gained. And now here I am, patch 3.25. I could save 1,000 lore tomes, put it all towards lore gear for my Dragoon so I could progress in Savage, and get a item level 230 relic, which isn't as good as the lower weapon, but they both have skill speed, so I'm gonna fucking suck it up either way. And I'm thankful because I am working on all steps at the same time. I'm getting a shitload of poetics from hunts right now that they're outpacing my esoteric gain. So I'm throwing them on my 210 step, and I'm gonna have some saved over so I can finish my warrior zodiac weapon, convert that to crystals, convert that into an level 170 weapon, do the 10 dungeons, turn in all my token items, get to 210, and then turn in my 5 oils, and get my finished dragoon weapon.
Yeah, but that doesn't...
that doesn't feel right.
That doesn't feel like a relic quest. Like, if that was me... Like, part of what I like about relic quests is I like the length of them. I like how long you're spending grinding. It feels like you're getting a reward out of your effort.
It's an epic grind.
Right.
But instead of being a rogue then, holding my dick, because I can't get Alexandrites because I'm still on books, I can get Alexandrites from my daily expert, which I'm already doing, and still work on books while I'm doing dungeons for the books. I'm not gated because I'm not on that step. I can still do Crystal Tower weeklies while everyone else is doing them for my oil.
Right. Yeah. So you're talking about being able to progress along multiple steps at the same time, and
yeah, because it's still going to take me 86 days of doing Beast Tribe dailies to get my 210 weapon.
Right.
And you're
if I don't supplement it with allied notes or esoterics.
But there's also a significant crossover there. You're using poetics. You're using tomes in different ways among different tiers there. So there's going to be a crossover where for a while you're going to have to divert tomes into this cause, right? But that's not so with the oils. The oils, it's just a binary choice. It's either you go do the Crystal Tower weekly or you devote the ESO tomes to it. If you don't,
I think is,
if you're devoting the ESO tomes to something else already, it's literally only going to take 5 weeks until you get enough oils to get past up to the 230. And I feel like that's sort of the crux of it, is like that doesn't feel like a lot at all. You don't
that's the gimme.
Exactly.
Well,
you don't use the oils for literally anything else in the game, and it's not like you're collecting 3 items out of the reset to get 1 oil. It's like you do the reset and it's 1 oil. Boom, right there.
Well, I like it because you got new content and old content that you can do at the same time. I can do the new content, which rewards esoterics. You do something, you get esoterics, and I can do it and I put it towards oils, or I could do a specific old content. I get 300 poetics, which that's nothing. That gets thrown into the pile for 210 anima. But then I get my weekly oil. I like it because I can do so many things. My week isn't just looking forward to, let me check the party finder. There's no Alexander 5 Savage clear or practice parties. I'm just going to sit here and do nothing. I'm just doing Beast Tribe dailies. I'm just going to do this. There's Chris Tower. Chris Tower is finally relative again for the first time in fucking almost a year.
Right.
Almost a year, Chris Tower is relevant.
Right, but again, though, it's like a lot of it has to do with the length of time that you're putting in. I mean, like, what could you? Is there an argument that you could put forward to say there shouldn't have been 10? Like, it shouldn't have been 10 items. It shouldn't have been 10 oils that are required. Like, is there any reason not to just make it more items? Like, I don't think, like, if they had added a second step, or if they had added the 220 to 230,
right,
that would be great. And but I can't put any of that out in expectation. But I do
think I'm going to say this to me is a filler step in preparation for 3.3, because they've only said there's going to be, they've only hinted at least one more step. And I'm going to assume there's going to be one more step. If they do one more step, it's going to be at level 245. It's going to be on par with the Savage 8 weapons.
No. The Savage weapons are always going to be 5 eye levels out higher.
With the not the Zenith, the Nexus step, at level 115, and the Zeta step at level 135.
They don't have to dogmatically follow that eye level structure. I mean, clearly they're just making it up as they go along. Yeah, we just bounced from 210 to 230 for no reason.
I'm gonna say that they don't because they did the Nexus step in patch 2.38. That was the last patch before they introduced the new raid structure, which bumped eye level to 130. And then patch 2.51, that was the last major patch before the end storyline, where they finally bumped up the Zeta to match the Relic, or to match the Relic got the Relic out to match the Savage weapon, or at that time the Coils weapon.
Yeah, they spend time closing the gap, but that's my point, is that you're not going to see, like, they also said definitively that they were going to make raid weapons outclass all other weapons by 5 eye levels. They said that at one point. Yeah. So I don't think you're going to see that 5-level increment increase. Because I think
that'll be 3.55.
Right. Yes, it'll come at the very end, and I think when Square Enix did that in 2.0, it was to band-aid another problem. I don't know what the problem was, but I think it was to band-aid another problem.
Because with the way how they restructured when you get oils towards your weapons in Savage, you get it now in Alexander 7 Savage. You get it in the 3rd floor of whatever tier it is now.
Right.
So I have a good assumption that we're going to be able to get oils as soon as patch 3.3 comes out.
Oh, of course.
Through hunts,
yes.
because Square Enix loves hunts.
Of course, yeah. Well, yeah, it could either be through hunts or some other system. Yeah, they'll definitely add the 230 to 240.
The Void Arc of 3.3.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there will definitely be an output there. So, yeah.
And at that point, the Relic will be item level 240.
Yes, and it will pace exactly with the law.
Yeah.
Lore.
And I was saying, if they do a 240 step, then there's going to be a 245 step coming in
now, if
towards the tail end of that patch cycle.
Don't think so.
If they were going to do that, they would have started that with 3.2, and they would have had the Relic be 215.
Right,
215.
All right, Andy Arrow. Have you ever heard of a slap bet?
What?
Have you ever heard of a slap bet?
Slap bet.
Yes-ish, I guess. I mean, I can kind of...
I will make you a slap bet for FanFest this year. If the Relic gets to item level 245 before patch 3.4 comes out, slap bet. Slap on the belly as hard as we can.
Oh, on the belly? I thought it was going to be a belly.
Belly?
That has to be on the
belly.
You get a pink
slap
belly.
bet is through the face, on the cheek, bro.
Yeah,
at least
all right, on the face then. Slap it.
You'll have your beard back by then.
You gotta have. Yeah, you gotta. I don't want to do a little girl's slap bet. I mean,
what do you want, a fist bet?
I mean, if Satori wants a little girl bet, I mean, no.
Dick kick bet. What are you looking for?
Rochambeau. Rochambeau. Let's make a Rochambeau bet.
All right. All right,
no, I'm kidding. I mean, there's nothing to back it up. It's just opinions. So I mean, I don't think I'm willing to put bets down. I've been wrong about a lot. There's a lot of shit I'm wrong about. So I don't know that I'd be willing to do that. But
I think SE would spitefully get a Nero kicked in the dick.
That might be true.
All right, Yoshi. Here's the thing. I know you said you don't want to do eye level 245 on the Relic, but you know that guy who does the show? He will get kicked in the dick.
If they did that, though, the raid weapons would still outclass. Like, see, I can't see them doing the 245 bump. I just don't see it.
It's not going to.
Because
I see it as a last bump to get people to have the chance to get a clear, because they might not be able to get that DPS on Brute Justice when he's doing his J-Wake kicks.
See, I mean, and
they might get that last bump to get that DPS.
I don't disagree with that type of thinking. I'm just not sure that I agree. Anyway, so Tori, we got to wrap it up. Thank you for giving us a call here on Limit Break Radio. We appreciate all of your calls here on Limit Break Radio, and we also appreciate your patience as we've been dealing with hardware hiccups and just tough weeks overall.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for listening. If you're looking for something else to do today, we're going to be making the jump over to Final Encountercast over at twitch.tv/Final Encountercast to do episode number 12 of Final Encountercast. Guys, I'm kind of excited to do this show.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to
Why are you excited?
Well, we had the FF15 Uncovered event that went down. And we talked about FF15 on the show before, and we elicited some interesting feedback from that discussion. And so I'm just kind of curious what everyone feels about FF15 Uncovered, what they've announced for Final Fantasy 15, and as well as the demo too. So there's a lot to talk about over on Final Encounter Cast. Please join us. That's going to be starting in about an hour over at about 5 o'clock at twitch.tv/Final Encounter Cast. Make sure that you send us some email, hosts@limitbreakradio.com. Thank you guys for all of your wonderful emails. Make sure that you send them to hosts@limitbreakradio.com. Add Limit Break Radio on Skype, Limit Break Radio, so that you can call the show the next time you join us live. We are live here each Sunday starting at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And make sure that you like us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Limit Break Radio, at Limit Break Radio on Twitter, and of course, limitbreakradio.com for all of your Limit Break Radio information. Remember, if you seem to be missing any episodes of the show, it may be because we moved them around on the feeds. Check your RSS feeds and make sure that you're subscribed to the correct one. Don't make sure to not miss your weekly dose of Final Encounter Cast and Refresh. That's going to be it for Limit Break Radio this week. For Juxtaposition, Nika Kayanian, Ascalia Rayumasa, our intern Papa Woody, and our wonderful producer Kooky Persona, I'm Aniro. Keep listening. Limit Break Radio is a production of LimitBreakRadio.com and Bender Media Productions. Today's episode was produced by Aniro Grigori, Juxtaposition, and Ascalia Rayumasa. Final Fantasy XIV and Eorzea are trademarks of Square Enix. Funding for Limit Break Radio is provided by Miri Kennett, Captain Failboat, Zurian Urexin, Azura Giacho, Bianca Forwin, Kalina Ashsaber, Thor Carson, My Waifu, Satori Komeji, Darbykins, Sakura-chan, and fellow Limit Break Radio listeners. To support Limit Break Radio, visit patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. Opening music in this episode from Daniel Lambie. Listen to Man with the Machine Gun and other great tracks at facebook.com/Daniel Lambie Metal Gamer. Closing music in this episode provided by Husky by the Geek. Listen to this and other great Final Fantasy XIV and video game rock covers and original music at facebook.com/Husky by the Geek. In-game graphics for Limit Break Radio's Twitch stream are provided by Diamond Multimedia. Check out their line of AMD graphics cards and other hardware at diamondmm.com. Limit Break Radio and its hosts are solely responsible for its content.
Today's